Hello guys and gals, my name is Dr. Perez at Dr. P Learning. At this channel, I teach project-based and hands-on CTE and STEM content. We focus on engineering-based projects, CAD, and 3D printing. If that is of interest to you, you're at the right place. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when a new lesson is published. Okay, so let's get into today's lesson. Alright, in this lesson, we will be constructing a balloon-powered car. Before we begin that, let's go over the engineering principles in this build. Okay, so first is Newton's third law of motion, which states that for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. Okay, so basically what this is in this example is that the escaping air out of the straw pushes against the car, and the car's movement is the equal and opposite reaction. Okay. The second engineering principle that we're going to talk about is potential energy conversion. Basically, the air that is inside of the balloon is potential energy. So after we blow up the balloon, we close off the straw, we'll set it down. The air inside is potential energy. As soon as we release the straw, it converts into kinetic energy, moving the car forward. Okay. The next engineering principle is thrust and propulsion. So the escaping air is basically that thrust, which is the driving force behind the car's movement. And lastly, friction and resistance. So the friction and resistance in this example are that whenever a car's tire is moving on, or these car's wheels are moving on the ground, that is causing some friction on the car, and two, the air pushing against the balloon as it's moving forward is resistance to the car. Okay. All right. Now that we've covered those things, let's get into today's build. I want to thank you for visiting Dr. P Learning. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We will see you on the next lesson.